Hello everybody and welcome to my new video. Today we're going to be flying the 737-800. This is probably my first ever recording of me flying an aircraft. So we're going to fly this aircraft from New York to all the way to Miami. So it's going to be quite of a short flight, but we're going to get this plane down south. So let's get inside on this beautiful evening. It is currently 7 o'clock local time, and I have two flights today that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be with the 737 and the 777, both in PMDG. But enough talking about that, my schedule. Let's just talk about how I'm going to fly this airplane. So I do have St. Intentions, VOLANTA, St. Intentions for the air traffic control, VOLANTA for the flight tracking, but I also use SIMBRIEF, of course, NAVIGRAPH charts for the charts, that's no radar, and then GSX for the ground services. So I'm going to go ahead and I also have an iPad here that I use to take notes and charts, and review the charts on NAVIGRAPH and SIMBRIEF. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn this airplane on, and then I'm going to do my flight plan. But instead of doing it on the iPad, I'll do it on the computer for y'all to see. So let's go ahead and put the battery. Great, and we're going to put the emergency exit lights to the armed position. Let's take off all these hydraulic pumps and all these engine bleeds. And we're going to start by putting on some ground power. Good. Now, what I'll quickly going to do is I'm going to align the nav systems of this airplane, and while that happens, I'm going to turn on the APU using the start switch. So that the APU is turning on, we're going to put the I'm going to go down, we're going to put this to standby, and we're going to ident the standby thing here. Good. I'm going to set the panel here, so let's set set the VHF to, also the flight deck, the PA system, so the intercom and stuff. Good. I'm going to do the same for my co-pilot here, because of course St. Intentions supports co-pilots, so it's good to have him connecting to a bunch of stuff. Good. Now that's pretty much all we need here. What I'm going to simply do, also let's connect this mic here. What I simply do is I'm going, the gear lever is supposed to be down. Okay. Now the APU has nicely turned on. Let's turn on the APU gen, and we're going to turn on the APU bleed and put the packs to auto.
Delta 650 contact Philadelphia, approach on 127.6.
So of course here I'm gonna real quick. I have also a Logitech panel here that I use for radio. I also use
Endeavor 5001, flight level 240.
I also use the
Endeavor 5001, radar contact.
I also use the
Contact Toronto Center on 134.925.
Thrustmaster Boeing yoke and quadrant with the rudder pedals as well. Okay, so I'm gonna get this airplane now. I'm gonna do the SIMBRIEF flight plan.
Approach on 126.475.
But before we do that, I'm gonna contact ramp. So let's contact ramp. First, I have to check the charts here on my iPad. I'm gonna contact ramp. Just wait a second, and I'll be back. Okay, I have retrieved the ramp frequency, but I've also made a flight plan using SIMBRIEF, which we'll review later. But first, I'll contact ramp and request the gyrate to be connected. So, ramp, of course, is on one. Wait a second. I had found it just now. Maybe this doesn't have a ramp frequency. I'm not sure because I can't find it here. That's really dumb, but I swear I had found the airport chart. I expected, you know, whatever. Let me see if I can find it. Yep. Okay. I can't find it, so I'm gonna contact clearance later on. But we're gonna request the gyrate to be connected through GSX. I'm also gonna request the catering services stuff. So let's do that. So I'm gonna request to operate the jetway. Okay, I don't know, United Airlines. And I'm gonna also request the catering services here. And let me real quick do that. Okay, so it should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and now, you know, set this aircraft up. It's kind of loud, guys. Okay, it was kind of loud. Okay, anyway. I think we have now our SIMBRIEF flight plan, so we should be able to do this. Let me see if, right now we do have the catering services should start now or never. I don't know what's going on. Yep, okay, JetBlue. We'll use JetBlue today. I'm also going to release the ground power. We don't need that. It's disconnecting just fine. Request new data from SIMBRIEF. And now we are able to nicely
Delta 2506, radar contact.
our IRS position. So we are at KJFK. Let me just fetch our gate real quick. It's not necessary, but it's good to have our gate here in the IRS position. Our gate
Delta 2611, contact New York Center on 128.675.
is 36, so let's put that in here.
On 128.675, you Delta 2611, good day.
That's a bit odd. Here on NAVIGRAPH it tells me we are on gate 36. But we'll disregard that. It's fine. As you can see, let's see if the gate can the gate tell us where we are? I'm wondering what gate that Microsoft Flight Sim thinks
Contact New York Center on
we are in.
121.125.
121.125, Endeavor
Yep,
5292.
it doesn't say. So we're probably gonna have a bit of a hiccup with that, but I'll tell the HC that we're at gate 36. Let's put the route here.
5001, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.625.
I'm gonna request your flight plan, and I'm also gonna request the payload.
Switching to Jacksonville Center on 133.625, the Endeavor 5001.
I'm gonna fetch the route, and I'm gonna request the payload. Not the fuel just yet. Understand later. But let's load that in. I'm also gonna load in something else. I'm gonna load in the payload. I'm gonna set the payload, and I'm gonna go to the internet reference system, set that up, and I'm also gonna set up a couple of other things as well. I'm gonna set up the I think we're not gonna do the winds today. We're probably going to do something else. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's put the NS reference system. I had already previewed, as you can see, this is we are American 201 from New York all the way to Miami on this American flight. So let's choose. This is our airframe, of course, November 902 November. Now let's go ahead and put this in. So our cost index is 5. Our actually, if you can check up here, 360.
JetBlue 2724,
plan
contact
optimum.
Toronto Center on 134.925.
We did not plan the optimum flight level, so that's one thing.
134.925,
Which can
JetBlue
give
2724.
hiccups,
Good
but
day.
we'll put it here for now, okay? Anyway, usually it does plan the optimum flight level, but not today, I guess. Okay, 333. 113 average winds, so cruise winds will probably be that. There we go. The CFW, if you could check that out, it's down here. The one, it's 132.8. Reserves are, if you look up here, there we go. 6.1. And our planned fuel today is 21.9. Okay, and I'm also gonna real quick make sure that the it's in Imperial units, American units. Okay, so I'm gonna go and also check out real quick our descent
Descend and maintain
forecast.
7,000 feet. Cleared for the Mazy 3 arrival into
But I'm
Peterborough.
not. I don't think I'm gonna pretty much set.
Out of
Okay,
current altitude for 7,000.
can we
Cleared
exit
for the
this out?
Mazy 3 arrival into Teterboro, good speed 127.
Can we like? Okay, there we go. Cause we're on an active frequency. Okay, descent winds. We're not gonna request it just yet, but we can in case we forget about it. But we're probably going to request the descent winds, and once we descent. Okay. FMC com, you won't request the winds. Usually that doesn't work, so we'll do it through the descent page. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and receive the ADDONS information, then request our IFR clearance. That's pretty much what we're going to do. So let's load in that, and I want to request the IFR clearance. Whew. Okay, so let's execute that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to request the IFR clearance. Oh, and we also forgot the aft pump. Let's put that on. It's necessary. Provide enough fuel for the EAP to start up. Okay. Let's go ahead and tune into ADDONS and receive the ADDONS clearance. So just stand by for that. Okay, so I received the ADDONS. I also began boarding. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna receive. We have received information. Oscar 1051 Zulu. The winds are calm at the moment, visibility 10, and clouds broken at 2,500 feet. Temperature 20, dew point 17, altimeter 3017. So let's put the altimeter right now here, and we're gonna request IFR clearance 3017. So let's request IFR clearance right now, and then we'll be kind of ready to go, but let's do that. Let's request IFR clearance. So I'm gonna go ahead and tune into clearance, which is on 135.05. 05. Okay, so we are now tuned into clearance. I'm going to request the clearance. Good day, this is American 201 at gate 36. Request IFR clearance to Miami with information Oscar.
Your crew has boarded.
Okay.
Passengers boarding starting.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by.
You're number one, probably. I'm guessing.
American 201 cleared to Miami. Radar vectors wavy, then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure on 135.9er squawk 4554. Expect runway 22 right.
Okay. Cleared to Miami. Expect vectors wavy. Climb to initial climb to 5,000 feet. Departure on 135.9er. Squawk 4554. Expect runway 22 right. Americans 201. Okay, we are done with that.
American 201, read back correct.
Okay, readback is correct. I'm gonna set up the squawk here that they provided us with. Squawk is 4554. 455. What's ident? Transponder is still on standby, so it won't really work. Let's put the seatbelts on. Good. And I'm gonna set up the altitude and the landing altitude, and then we're gonna calculate our speeds. So let's do that. You have to go on the airport information. Elevation is 13 feet, so we'll keep that 0. And this is 3,600 feet. There we go. Okay. We're expecting runway 22 right. 22 right, and it's gonna be vectors out of the airport, so expecting vectors to wavy. Okay, let's wait for boarding to finish, because we're going to actually have to calculate now our performance. So 22 right is our runway. Let's import from the OFB our weight. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of wait for this to finish. This is an incorrect thing. We don't have our center of gravity, so we're gonna have to wait. We can calculate it actually here, I think. To calculate the center of gravity, let's load the plane from SIMBRIEF. Our center of gravity would be what? Precise loading. So this would mean what? Takeoff weight is 151,831, and our landing center of gravity, takeoff center of gravity, is 24. Like this? I guess so. Okay, is this correct? This is winds are calm. OAT is 20, 13.17. When I received the ADDONS, it was calm, so I'm guessing it's still gonna be calm. But we'll keep the 210 at 3. Because calm is still not the most precise thing ever. And we're gonna calculate this, but so we have flaps 5. No, first we're gonna do our so it's takeoff 1. We have flaps 5. Wait, no, not flaps 5. We have to put our section temp, which according to this is how much was the section temp? 50. There we go. It is plus 20 degrees right now outside, so that's something. But the flaps are 5. Center gravity is 24. Let's go, and runway winds 210 at 3. Zero at 3. Slope is 0.00. Good. Our reduction is 1,000 feet, so I'm gonna actually put that as a minimum so we can actually know that. Now 1,000 feet, we're gonna put on the autopilot as well, and probably at 15,000 or around 15,000, I'll put the flaps up. So that's one thing. We won't do cut back for now, so that's fine. And also our V speeds are here to remain. Are these the same values? Yes, so this is probably a correct assumption. Let's put in 149. It's going to be a VNAV departure, of course, but we're not LNAV departure. It's going to be vectors today. So let's put that in, and I'm going to put VNAV and heading select. Those are the 2 departures we're going to do out of here, so let's do that. Let me set the auto brake to RTO, and I'm also going to engage the parking brake just to prepare for pushback. I'm going to contact ground. So to contact ground, I'm also going to set up the VOR actually of the airport, so I am familiar with that. To do that, we simply need to go to a approach chart. In the approach chart, we are able to see what it is. It's 115.9. So 115.9 is this. There we go. Now we are kind of aligned, and we are now able to familiarize ourselves with the airport, how far we are from the airport. With this, we're actually able to we know what to contact departure and center, so that's one thing. Okay. So speed ref, I guess is auto, and one set is auto. But we can actually also put this here. I'm gonna put the speed ref. I can't really put it to the thing, so it's just gonna do it by itself. And I'm gonna remove the engine FMD for now. We don't need that, and I'll wait. But the window heat's on. I forgot about that completely. Yaw damper on. Just trying to check if I have anything forgotten here in the deck. Seems no, so I think we're fine. Boarding is completed. Let's do the last bit, refueling, and I'll see you once the refueling is completed. Okay, refueling is completed. I think we're ready, but real quick, I'm also gonna recalculate this just to make sure that this is completely fine. As you can see, it is completely fine. So we're gonna just leave it as it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and, because of course we're gonna burn a bit of fuel during takeoff, taxiing. So that's one thing. Now let me go ahead and actually request pushback and engine start for once, and then we'll get ourselves ready for the engine start. So let's contact ground. Of course, we're in the United States. Here, the good old American way. We don't provide the ground frequency, but I'm used to it. So let's go ahead and contact ground on 121 decimal 9er. So let's contact ground on 121 decimal 9er. And request push and start. Good day, this is American 201 at gate 36. Request push and start. And once that happens, we're going to prepare this aircraft for push and start.
American 201, pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback engine start approved, American 201. So we didn't get the truck provided, so that's a bit like the direction. Let's close all the doors here. And I'm also going to operate the jetway out of here. And also, there is a glitch where the cargo keeps staying, so I'm going to request boarding. And then, I'm going to abort the service. So as you can see, now they're not there. That's just a simple glitch that I keep having. I fixed it. Okay. Let's put the auto throttle armed, and I'm also going to do a couple of stuff. So we do have center fuel. Let's put in all of our fuel pumps, and our fuel pumps here. I'm going to request push and start also from here. Perfect pushback at departure. Let's put the anti-collision lights on, our wheel well lights on, both APU bleeds, put all of these hydraulic systems on. We're also going to turn off the shocks. We don't need those. Good. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put the probe heats on. And that's pretty much it for now, I think. We do have dual bleed. I actually turned off these two bleeds for now. We don't really need them for now. Okay. Because there is no bleed air coming from those two engines, so that's one thing. Let's go. So, I think we're done here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna wait for the pushback tug to arrive. And we should be set for push and start. Of course, we're going to test the aircraft systems because I don't really do that. But anyway, as you can see, it should be coming anytime soon. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to start getting the pushback clearance given to us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the door so we have easy access to the cockpit.
We are ready for pushback.
Never mind, we're doing frequency. Can we stop? Put this back. Well, actually, we're going to keep it here for now. But there's probably... Yeah, I kind of hate this. Like, you need to perfectly be positioned just to put it back to its place. Which I find pretty annoying. Yeah, as you can see, press it through here.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So I got to perfectly press it just for this to work. Anyway, I'll figure it out later on. So, we're going to start the engines in a bit. Wait for the aircraft to do this job. Great. I know you guys haven't seen the airport chart, so what I'll do is... Let me close this door. We don't even need this door open. Wait a second. There we go. After experimenting, I closed the door. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Let me just check where we are. Okay, so to right is... So tail to the left, I imagine. Tail to the left. Anyway, let's go ahead and put in, before we release the parking brakes, our airport chart, which is 29. There we go. So I'm gonna just pinned. Okay, this is the airport chart. If you guys want to see where we are. So anyway, let's go and basically take off. Oh, but actually I forgot to set this. So 5,000 feet is our altitude, and you actually have to set in also your heading, which I had forgotten. It's a bit of a bad thing about me. 224 is our heading. There we go. And let's release the parking brakes. Hello? Let me just contact the purser. Make sure he's there. Yeah, he is not there. Hello? I have no contact with the purser. Ain't that a bit dumb? Let's see. Hello? Because I need to do the safety announcement once we are in the thing, so it's just a matter of time here. Intercom 2. Yeah, exactly. I'm supposed to be able to contact him. Hello? Okay, I don't care. I'm just gonna push back. Let's go ahead and release the brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, let's start the engine, left engine. Oh, what the hell? There's like 2 pushback tugs. It's a bit weird. Okay, anyway. I thought the pushback tug was just not responding. Anyway. Oh yeah, we have to turn off the packs real quick. Okay, startup has begun.
Ready for push and start. Delta 613, clear for push and start. Delta 613. JetBlue 1328, cross runway 31 right.
Okay, and we're gonna put
Cross
fuel
runway 31
control
right, JetBlue 1328.
into the engine. And we have a aircraft kind of levitating in the side there. That's something I've never seen before. Let's set. Okay, so I had an issue real quick, but here we go. We're back. Okay, I have to pause the recording. I'll do it with the recording. So here we are in. I just pushed back to here from the gate. We are still connected to the jetway, so we're gonna kind of. We're still connected to the what? Okay, so we're going to real quick confirm a good engine start.
Ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, so now that the pushback tug is leaving, sorry for the pause before, we're gonna put the engine set to continuous, turn off, put in the gen here. This aircraft, it's all fine. Wait a minute, I think I just made a mistake. That's crazy, but we need to actually set ourselves our... What an idiot am I. Okay, it doesn't matter, guys. It was just 'cause I had a long pause and I had literally no idea. But we're gonna turn the we're gonna put the engine bleed
Tow
on,
truck disconnected.
hoping
Bypass pin
that gives
removed.
enough air for the aircraft, the right engine
Left
to
is
work.
clear. Right is clear.
Okay. Nope, there's not enough engine bleed. Okay, we're gonna turn the AP back on. And we're gonna put the APU bleed back on, and we're gonna begin powering this airplane. There we go. N2's spooling up. We are completely fine now. Let's make sure that takes less time. Sorry for the hiccups, guys. It is quite bad, but we're gonna wait for this to completely reset. I'm also interested in finding out what the new information is, but I'm not gonna tune into ADDONS. I'm simply just gonna check the weather. ADDONS and John F. Kennedy. Yep, it's Papa. Okay, so we expect Papa, so winds 190 at 4, visibility 10. Okay, it's going to be a bit more different. So we're gonna tell the guy with information Papa. I can actually right now just switch up the ADDONS real quick. So let me do that. So this is KJFK mission Papa. Time is 1151 Zulu. Winds 190 at 4. Costing 0. Visibility 10. Broken at 2500. Temperature 22. 2.17. Altimeter 30.18. Great. So now we have different temps. In here, so we're probably gonna experience a bit different things. We're not gonna change the takeoff calculations, so we don't have time for that. So let's quickly get out of here. Put in the flaps. Let's put in the trim, which was 531. We're also gonna recalculate these takeoff speeds for safety. We really want a good takeoff, so I don't want to ruin that, since I had a long pause before that. So I'm going to do that right now. We're going to import from the aircraft here 2426, and now this is the new weather. We're expecting 190 at 4 with 22 degrees. 30.17 is our thing here. Runway 224 is our heading, and we can calculate this. There we go. This is still pretty much the same, except for the, yeah, it's literally the same thing. There is no need for that, so we are fine. Temperatures though are different, so we're gonna switch that. Temperature here, OAT is 22. There we go. Okay, it has kind of checked that out, so we are fine. Let's go ahead, go back to the electronic flight bag, and I'm gonna set the engine set to continuous. I'm gonna use now this power, and now we can turn off the APU. Let's provide packs, isolation valve auto. There we go. Auto brake is still in RTO, and we are ready to leave. Good day, this is American 201, request taxi to runway with information Papa. So let's get standby for the taxi instructions.
American 201, runway 22 right, taxi via Kilo Foxtrot Alpha, Hotel Bravo, Bravo Echo, hold short of runway 31 right.
Okay. Echo, hold short. 31 right. Okay. Taxi, to runway 22 right via Kilo Foxtrot, Hotel, Hotel Bravo, Bravo Echo, hold short runway 31 right, American 201. Okay, so we're going to kind of enter from Kilo Foxtrot, which is, as you can see here. Then from Kilo Foxtrot, we are going to head to Hotel. So Kilo Foxtrot, Hotel or Bravo? Yeah, Hotel. So Hotel is Hotel here. I don't see Hotel. That's an issue. A bunch of kilos. Hotel is not here. There's no hotel. So there's a mistake here, clearly. Oh yeah, okay, it's Alpha. It's Alpha Hotel. So I forgot about that. It's Alpha. and then Hotel Bravo. Okay, so after Kilo Foxtrot, it's kind of here. And in Alpha, you enter Bravo, Hotel Bravo, Hotel Bravo. So you go from here, Hotel Bravo, and then Hotel, and then from, no, not Hotel, and then you go to Bravo. So like this, and then after that you keep going, probably Bravo, and then Echo. You enter Echo, you keep going Echo, and you hold short. Okay, we have now reviewed our taxi route, so we are familiar with that. Let's get ahead, turn on the taxi light, and we are ready to go. Take off parking brake and apply some momentum. We don't need to check the hydraulic systems now. There's no need. And let's just go. So we're gonna keep going straight till we reach yeah, it's kind of broken. There we go. So we're gonna enter Kilo Foxtrot. So we keep going. Okay, we keep going here. And then we turn left. We are now at Kilo Foxtrot and we're going to Bravo. So, Alpha, Juliet, Delta, no, we don't want that. This is Alpha right now, but it doesn't really matter anyway, we keep going straight. It's 8:21 a.m. right now. So we keep going straight. It's been like around an hour since we left. Not around an hour, since like I started at 7:30. I didn't remember saying I started at 7, but that's not true. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn left here. So let's slightly brake. Okay, slightly brake and turn left. Ground speed is 15, which is okay. Let's keep going here through Bravo. Okay, we did pass it. We were supposed to go from thing, but we're going from directly through Bravo now. We don't need to go through Alpha, so that's fine. Through Hotel Bravo, we'll just keep going now. We are on Bravo right now. As you can see, we have completely passed our Alpha Bravo, and then Alpha, and then Hotel Bravo. We just directly passed from Bravo, which arguably is probably the best way to get through there. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. And after that, once we reach the other side, we're going to hold short to Echo. I'll see you once we are holding short. Okay, we are now able to cross 31 right. I just received the clearance, and we are now at Echo. So let's cross runway 31 right. And I'm going to continue Echo all the way to runway 22 right. So we don't need further instructions. Okay. Let's make sure we're ready for takeoff, though. I think we are, but we'll do that once we hold short in Echo. We have to be ready to receive. We're not going to be handed off the tower, so we're going to have to hand ourselves to the tower. Let's make sure which tower we're going to actually hand ourselves out to. It's probably going to be 123.9er. So 123.9er is our clearance. Is our takeoff thing here. So we're gonna tune into that as we're holding short. Okay, we are now approaching Echo. We're going to hold short, and I'm going to contact tower. So let's do that real quick. So we're going to hold short 22 right. Make sure the parking brakes are nicely set. Come on, I'm putting full thing. I don't know what's going on. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my nav systems. So first of all, I want to have a plan, but I also want to see it here so I can see it pretty well. So I'm going to put the navigation system here. There we go. so I'm able to kind of see where I'm going here. Also, I'm gonna put in the position, the airport, and the waypoint here. Great, and I'm also over here, I'm gonna put the terrain, position, the airport, and the station here. So we have a couple of navis for us ready. Continuous is set. Pretty much everything is ready to go. Really, we have our landing altitude. Okay, all this is fine. What about here? Good. RTO is set. Nav panel is okay. We are ready. So let's go ahead and contact tower. Okay, this is American 201. We're going to be contacting tower. So let's make sure that the ATC knows that we're contacting tower now.
American 201, contact tower on 119.1 for departure clearance.
119.1. Okay, that's weird. Contact tower 119.1, American 201. I thought it was 123 decimal. Whatever. The chart said so, but let's just contact ground a tower here. Okay. So did we contact tower? Wait, no. Yeah. There we go. Let's go ahead and contact tower now. Good day, this is American 201 holding short of Echo. Vacancy takeoff. Okay.
American 201, Kennedy Tower, can you repeat that?
American 201 holding short of Echo, requesting takeoff runway 22 right. You won't need this anymore. We're gonna have vectors out of
American
here.
201, runway 22 right, winds 190 at 4. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 190 at 4, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading, runway 22 right. American 201. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put the TCAS system to TRA. Set that. There we go. I should have put Alt RPGT off, but whatever. I'm also gonna set the landing lights on, the runway turn off lights on, taxi lights off, wheel well lights off, strobe and steady, and wing lights on. Okay, we're ready to leave now, so let's go ahead and line up. I'm gonna line up and then take off. I'm gonna do a rolling takeoff here. We're number 1. There's no sort of delay, like no sort of priority given. I think we're just number 1 here, so we can take off using like a line up on the runway and then take off. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and line up. And let's brake slightly here. Okay, parking brake is still off here. Everything is good. Let's take off. Let's apply 40% thrust. Start the timer here, and we're gonna go to a takeoff thrust. Okay, 40 ground speed is alive. Let's see, is this here?
80 knots.
80 knots. If you won't rotate, okay. Okay, gear up. Okay, 100 feet. Yeah, kind of at 15 degrees here resting. Flight director's all live, so that's good. We have passed 1000. Begin auto throttle, autopilot set.
American 201, contact departure.
Contact departure, American 201. Okay, we're gonna turn this off. We're gonna turn off lights off. Good. So we basically just took off there pretty nicely out of the airport. We're gonna wait until we pass here, and we're gonna put the flaps up. We're gonna contact departure now. Departure was on 135.9, so let's set that. Good day, this is American 201 at 2,000 feet, expecting vectors to wavy. There we go. I'm gonna get vectors now in a bit, so let's actually stand by for that.
American 201, New York departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 190, turn left heading 140, vectors to wavy, then on course.
Okay, 190, was it that? Yeah, I think it was that. 190, turn left heading 140, so let's set that. Climb and maintain flight level 190, turn left heading 140, vectors to wavy, then on course. So 140, we're gonna start the climbing process here. Good.
American 201, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210, American 201. Let's see if the aircraft is telling us if we should step into another thing here. According to this, no, but the optimum is 370, so we are going to step to level 370. So we're gonna probably step to that. Now, this means that our step point is going to be in 122 nautical miles. The aircraft is automatically going to step itself. Let me set that actually. Auto steps. It's not step, but it's probably going to automatically step to 370. And we're going to actually set that here into the cruise panel. Good. 122 nautical miles from here, actually. We do have... So this is like around Heapal. We're going to step. Let me see.
American 201, direct wavy, then as filed, please.
Okay, direct wavy, then as filed. Direct wavy, then as filed, American 201. Okay. Let's do LNAV now. Out of here. So we have LNAV is initiated. We are resuming our own navigation, which is completely fine. Okay. Set the position here as well. It'd be great to know our position. Okay, it doesn't show it. I think we're fine now. We don't really need our plan anymore, so I'll set this to normal. We're at 7,000. Transition level is 18,000 feet. We even set that over here. Performance page. So 18,000 feet is our transition level. I'm gonna quickly reset the barrel minimums. We don't need that anymore. And then we're going to head to standard procedures.
American 201, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, American 201. Okay, so I'm gonna see you once we are in cruising altitude. Okay, so we haven't reached our cruising altitude, but we are climbing to flight level 360, and we're going to be stepping to flight level 370 in about 26 nautical miles. Once we reach that, we'll step up. So, yeah, it's pretty cool now. Everything seemed to be pretty normal. There is nothing to worry about. Okay, everybody, currently we are at 37,000. We just are beginning our descent. We're going to descend via the Binfish. Wait a second. The Binfish 3 arrival. And we're going to be the ILS 12. Since we already expected ILS 12, so it's probably going to be that. Because the ADDONS permits it, so let's go ahead and do that. I already set the course and everything, but right now we're going to tune into the VOR of the airport since I hadn't done that, and then we'll tune into the ILS once we're done. But for now, as you can see, we are descending just fine. I set the minimums already, the altimeter, I received the ADDONS, all was, I didn't record that footage. But yeah, I kind of checked everything here. I also calculated our approach speed reference. So yeah, that's all fine. Right now we're descending to 4,000 via the Binfish 3 arrival. And so yeah, we're probably going to have a decent flight now, though, to Miami. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to tune in into the VOR of the airport, and then I'm going to set the standby frequency to the ILS. So let's do that right now as we're descending. So the DME is the Dolphin DME, I think. Yeah, it's the Dolphin DME 113.9. We'll use this DME here to trace off with the airport. So 113.9. Let's use that. 113.9. 113.9. And we'll set that for both of these. Good. So this is, and we can set our position with it. So we are currently 130 nautical miles. As you can see now, 129. We are descending down. Okay, good. The DME ILS, DME is 108.9. So let's set that as our standby. So 108.9. 08.9. So this is going to be our standby frequency. It's going to be the ILS frequency. So as you can see now, we are descending relatively nice.
American 201, contact Miami Center on 125.075.
So now we're going to get handed off.
Switching to Miami Center
But
on
I have given the
125.075.
comms to
American
the
201.
co-pilot, so let me actually get those back. Can I handle the comms?
American 201. Good
Okay,
morning.
let it
Descending
do
flight
its
level 330 for 4,000.
announcement.
Sure thing, Serge. You can handle the comms from here.
And as you can see now, I have the comms, so I am able to do the comms.
American 201, Miami Center, good morning.
So basically now I am able to, like, he won't handle the comms, I'll handle them. Anyway, good. So we are doing just fine right now. I already prepared this aircraft for landing, but we're just gonna go over my checklist, make sure I didn't miss anything, but relatively important. So, okay, our altimeter is set. Okay, let's real quickly recall, just to make sure that's done. On 777, I know that it's a button over here, but that's not actually here into this thing, so it's kind of bad. I can't really actually recall. I don't think there's a way to recall in 737-800. There's probably a way, but I'm not familiar with it. Anyway, I'm gonna be recording a 777 flight probably today as well. Probably gonna post it later on. So anyway, we are heading into Moge. Soon as we cross Moge, we're going to be descending just fine. There is no discontinuity, I think. Yep, and we are going to do our final approach into runway 12, but there's a chance it changes. Regarding the ADDONS, it doesn't seem that it's going to change during our approach, so that's good. Some good news here. We have 9.2 kilograms of fuel. No, pounds of fuel actually on board, so it's plenty, and yeah, everything is fine, guys. So I'll ring you once we are at our approach. Okay, so we are basically expecting vectors for the ILS runway 12. Currently on contacted approach right now, and they have confirmed ILS runway 12. So yeah, everything we put here is pretty much okay. We didn't really put fake information, so that's good. Like we don't have to redo our entire procedure here. So it's going to be an ILS approach. I already received the ADDONS, so I'm quite comfortable with what we're about to expect for the temperatures and such. So yeah, I'll see you once we are getting vectored. Okay, so we're about to cross 10,000 feet, and we are ATC has instructed us to go direct, keep known, so we're completely ditching our arrival procedure here. So let's go ahead and put in our lights, landing lights on. So landing lights on, and the anti-collision lights on, and I'm also going to put these seatbelt signs on. And we're going to expect basically vectors actually to the runways most of the time. There are some clouds. Visibility is going to be fine though once we go below the clouds, so it's not going to be that bad. We are currently 26 nautical miles, around 26 nautical miles away from the airport, and we're going to expect that once we hit around wait, let's go ahead and check that. As you can see here, keep no. I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch our active navigation
Ladies and
systems.
gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach
And as you
into
can see,
Miami.
it
Please
works
turn off
perfectly
all
fine.
electronic devices and
There
stow
we go.
them until we arrive at the gate.
It
Kindly
hasn't.
return your tray tables to their upright position
Okay, I got
and
the
ensure your seats are fully
cabin crew
upright
talking.
with your seat belts fastened.
Well, let's
The
wait.
weather in Miami is
Okay, whatever. I
currently
don't care.
warm and pleasant.
So basically,
Our
we're
assigned
going to
gate
be
is
descending
gate D40.
to
Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
4,000, then 3,000 at Rima, I believe. 3,000 at Rima, and then our glide slope will begin once we do that. So wait, let me select the fix that we have put here, and I'm gonna actually put in the current fix so we can situate ourselves when we'll begin, or probably most likely our glide slope. So our glide slope will most likely begin at 7.6 nautical miles here distance.
Envoy
So
4007,
once we
contact Miami
hit
Center on
the green
133.85.
barrier here, we're going to begin our glide slope down the airport.
Envoy 4007, so long.
So it's just gonna help us situate ourselves when we begin our glide slope. Also, let's actually, I think, yeah, okay, so basically, if I set my position here, it's probably, if I select a beam here, I can basically do a beam here and it will situate that. But I won't do that. Can we discard this? Let's delete this. There we go. So we don't need that to happen. But anyway, we're about to cross 4,000 and we're going to deaccelerate and we're going to put a flaps to 5 and begin our vectoring to the airport. So that's pretty good. Okay, we have some turbulence here. I think we put the seatbelts. And I'll see you once we pass Kibnon and we begin our vectoring. So, yep. Okay, we have crossed Kibno and now Chum. We're going to expect vectors. So, that's one thing. Also, the ADDONS tells us that there might be thunderstorms. So, I just set the wipers to int. And we have to slow down to 170 because of the fact that there's traffic ahead of us. So yeah, that's one thing. And
American 201, turn right, heading 360 vectors for the ILS runway 12 approach.
okay, so we're heading 360. Turn right, heading 360 vectors for the ILS runway 12 approach. Okay, so 360 is going to be
American 201, resume normal speed, no traffic and trail.
okay. Resume normal speed. Let's put the flaps up. 360. Resume normal speed, American 201. Okay, now we should start turning right, and I resumed normal speed. As you can see, I'm gonna have our vectors into this. So let's go ahead and also put in the spoilers back up. We don't need those right now. That's a bit dangerous, actually. So, we're gonna descend to 2,000 feet, so let's select that. There is no VNAV here, but that's fine. Let's delete this. We don't need that. Oh, we can't. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, let's keep going straight. I believe that we can make it now. Let's just go back into the legs and center ourselves on. Yeah, that's pretty much an important place to center ourselves at. I'm gonna set the terrain now, and we should start seeing some terrain as we descend into the aircraft. As we descend. So let's set that. We are still going around north right now. Let's set our flaps to 5.
WMA 7957, contact executive tower on 120.90,000.
So that's good.
120.90,000, WMA 7957.
Okay. We should be vectored now all the way to the left in a bit. Just have to wait a bit for that. Oh, we should be able to be vectored pretty nicely out south. Down south. Okay, come on, Burp. Can we be vectored, please? Back south. I don't know if there's traffic ahead of us, because we are being vectored pretty far away from the airport. Actually, I'll meet you once we begin our approach after vectors us. Okay, we are almost at 3,000. So that's good. Okay. We DTC told us to descend at 2,000, which is our goal, starting point for a glide slope. As you can see, we are currently being vectored 175. And we're gonna hit the green barrier. We'll begin our glide slope. So wait for that to hit 2,000. Approach is set, I believe. Set it again in case that it didn't actually set it right. Okay, LNAV viewer / lock. So we should get our thing done in a second. But I'm gonna set high speed. Let's put the speed brakes up. And let's wait till we reach piano. And we'll begin everything. We'll probably contact tower someone there. So let's set this to 170. So 151 is our grid speed. 30. 151. Though I will put what the aircraft says, just because I feel like it's probably more true to fact. So set that. Good. We are nicely gliding now. We should be able to see airport. I don't even think we need wipers now for now, so let's keep going. We're going to approach the runway in just a sec. It's been 2 hours and 35 minutes we are flying, so that's pretty cool. And we keep on going. I'm gonna put it on. Oh, our landing lights are still off. That makes no sense. I set it on. Okay, I'm gonna set the runway turn off lights once we localize. Once we do our localizer, put this to continuous.
Departure American 528, 2,000 for 4,000.
American 528, radar contact. Climb and maintain 11, 11,000.
You have a crosswind, a slight crosswind, as we're basically...
American 3315, contact Miami Center on 132.4.
Okay, we should begin our localizer right about now.
American 3315, see you.
American 528, contact Miami Center on 132.4.
I did set the ILS, so it should capture it in a second. And once it does, we're set. Okay, let's turn left. I have no idea what the aircraft's doing. It should capture the VOR, the lock now. There we go, it
American
did.
201, contact Miami Tower on 118.3.
Contact Miami Tower 118.3, American 201. So 118.3. Set that into our radio panel here, and I'm gonna contact. Good day, this is American 201 at 2,000 feet, descending by the ILS runway 12. Okay, let's put full flaps, gear down. I'm gonna put this.
American 201, Miami Tower, roger. Continue approach.
Okay.
American 201, number 2, behind the Delta A320 on short final, runway 12, winds 100 at 14, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 12, number 2, American 201. Oh my, what is happening? The aircraft is struggling to get this airplane aligned, which is a bit of a thing here that's not gone right. Okay, let's put the speed to 146 since I had set originally the thing to there. Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna re-put the autopilot now. Okay, I'm gonna visually land this airplane. The autopilot kind of struggled there, but we're gonna visually put this airplane here. Okay, single channel. There we go. Now begin your glide slope. You're very high right now.
American 1870, winds 100 at 13, runway 8 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 12, American 201. Okay, I'm gonna fully bring this plane down. And I'm gonna completely control it. Disengage the autopilot. Well, I am bringing this airplane down using the thing because the autopilot refuses to. I'm gonna bring this down pretty nicely. And I messed up the approach there, so that's kind of my fault. But you can't really expect anything. Okay, so we are now on the glide slope. We are descending really fine here. Let's put in our wipers to the into position in case. I just saw a lightning strike there and didn't look good. Okay. Add a bit of thrust. Keep this on center line. Okay, I'll re-put the speed here. It'll be good to have some speed controlled. You really got to concentrate on this approach. It's a very weird weather today. Really weird. It seems that there's like a thing forming when there isn't supposed to. Okay. We're about to approach minimums. We're a bit too low.
500. 100.
Okay, we are very low. Let's put some thrust.
Minimums.
Minimums.
Airspeed low.
Okay. It's not the best approach I've ever done in my life. I hope the landing makes up for it.
Airspeed low.
There we go, there we go, there we go. That's fine. Let's bring the plane down now.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
That was not the best landing ever, but you know what? Makes up for the winds and stuff. So anyway,
American 2294, winds 100 at 10, runway 12, cleared to land. Welcome to Miami.
Was that us? We just landed.
Cleared to land, American 2294.
Okay. We are gonna stop now. Stop the auto brake. There we go, and we are fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn off the auto brake, bring the flaps up, and I'm gonna turn left here. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna turn left. There we go.
American 201, welcome to Miami. Exit at Yankee if able. Contact ground on 121.8.
Contact on 121.8, American 201.
That Miami is known as the Magic City because of its rapid growth and development in the early 20th century. Thank you for flying with American Airlines.
Okay, let's set this to off. Turn off all these landing lights.
Thank you for flying with American Airlines.
Yep, all these lights
time
off.
Is 10:52 in the morning. For those with connections, please note the following. Flight 250 to Atlanta departs at 11:15 at gate D30, and flight 340
Okay, so let's turn off the wiper. As you could see, there is a thunderstorm over in the distance. At least it wasn't here, but I could have felt the winds, gusting winds there. But anyway, let's go ahead and do that. I think we're ready for a thing. Let's turn on the APU and reset the thing here, and we are fine. We can actually go ahead and taxi now. So let's contact ground 121.8. I'm gonna park this airplane somewhere. Oh, and of course you're gonna have to set this to Alt RPGT off. Go. And I won't need this menu now. Let's set off all this. Same thing for here. There we go. This is American 201 holding short of holding short of Yankee, request taxi to gate. Let's go ahead and wait for that clearance here. I'm waiting for that.
American 201, taxi to gate D40 via Yankee November. Good day.
Yankee November. Okay. What was the gate number? I'd forgotten to check for the gate number is D4 to Delta 4D. Taxi to gate Delta 40 via Yankee November, American 201. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Yankee November. So Yankee and then November. I am trying to find November here. The print November. I have no idea what that is. I cannot find November.
Cargo Jet 921 ready to taxi.
Trying to find it
Cargo
here.
Jet 921 runway 9er taxi via Sierra.
You guys can maybe help me. Let me see if you can. So you could actually see. It's not a stream. I forgot. So like you can't help me, but whatever. Look at this. Let's put the arrival. The airport chart is 10-9 as always. So let's check that airport information. You could see here we are at holding short of Yankee. Over here, this is Yankee. It's kind of hiding it here, but this is Yankee. So I am supposed to taxi to November. I have no idea what November. Oh, I found a November here. I guess it's in the tarmac, but I'll have to cross Yankee here. I think that's. I actually missed that part. No, it's Yankee November, but not whiskey. So basically, I just oh, okay. I taxi north and then November to gate 11. To the terminal 11. Okay, I just understood what that is. Okay.
Aerolane 121,
and then Delta 40 is there. Okay, so I know what to taxi now. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and taxi. We're gonna taxi from the left here. We're gonna go left. We're actually gonna continue straight or turn left. Yeah, turn left. Turn left. I am not taking off, but just don't like it keeps screaming at me when I put too much thrust, just so I can get the airplane moving. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and taxi here through Yankee. Try to apply some slight thrust here so we can get the airplane moving. Okay. We secured this airplane here at Miami, so we're not doing a charter flight. Just wanted to clarify that. I'm also going to turn off the flight directors just now, just because I feel like it. I'm supposed to do it once you park at the gate, but I'll do it now. Okay, so I'd meet you there when I'm parking. First I have to, of course, tell, I'll meet you there when I'm parking. Okay, we are taxing pretty fast here, but we have just received information that the marshaller and all services are available now at Delta 40, so we're going to head there right now. We have another 737, American 737 actually flying here as well, so that's pretty cool. Probably a MAX though. We are flying the 800, so yeah, it could probably be the newer one, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see the same airplane. There's a lot of 737s here actually, but let's go ahead and keep going. Oh, actually, yeah, we keep going November till here. Okay, we are a bit too late here. It's over here actually. As you can see, we do have the services at the gate, so it's slowly taxi into that. I don't know if there is going to be a marshal. Yeah, there is a marshal. I see the marshal. Okay, let's carefully park this airplane here. Nope, there's no marshaller actually, which is odd, but anyway, it is, but it's actually stuck in the freaking thing. Yeah, it's literally in the building. Okay, I don't care. I think this is pretty good. This was a kind of a fail. Didn't expect it to be in the building, but anyway, we could probably check from outside if everything is pretty good. We'll go all the way in. I think that's fine here. I'm gonna turn off the engines now. And there we go. I'm gonna select the APU gen. There we go. We're gonna put the APU bleed for the packs. Take off all the hydraulic pumps. There we go, and that's it. Let's go tell the marshal that we are done, and we're gonna go ahead. That was a very good. Yeah, well, I have literally no. I don't know where you are, so I have no like reference. But anyway, let's go ahead and operate the jetway here, and get the airplane deboarded. We're gonna secure this airplane anyway, so let's go ahead and connect the ground power. So let's do that real quick. Go over to the set the chocks of this airplane, and let's request the ground power. Okay, and I'm gonna request the deboarding service here. So let's wait for the ground power to do that. Now let's turn off these seatbelts.
Deboarding requested.
So it's now connecting the ground power, and we should be able to switch to that now. And turn off the APU. Turn off the packs, set this to open. Turn off the yaw damper. And turn off the nav systems. Window heats off. And so is the probe heats off. Pretty much anything here set off.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Wing lights off. Yep, all those lights off. Of course, the fuel pumps as well. And that's pretty much it. I think we're completely secured this aircraft now. Let's go ahead and set this to 2982. $29.82. Come on, let me set that. Okay. And we are now nicely deboarding this aircraft. Let's go ahead and leave this aircraft actually. But to do that, we're probably gonna leave from here. My beautiful passengers are leaving. Of course, from GSX, my beautiful passengers. But let's go ahead and leave. You actually can probably see them leave right now, which is pretty cool. You have a 737 pushing back with its gear stuck in the ground. That's something I've never seen before. Anyway, let's just, yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video with this thunderstorm weather. That almost settled in, actually. We did receive the winds from it, but at least we didn't get, like, straight on thunderstorm on us, so that's pretty good. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll be there for my next video. Thank you. Bye.